The breathing. The breathing is so important, and it is really the base for singing. After you learned the posture, after you learned everything that is going on in your head and your throat, we're talking about this really important subject, the breathing. First of all, you should know something. Instead of thinking, how much breath should I inhale? You should always ask yourself, with how little breath can I sing? Because the problem number one that I see so many singers do is that they over inhale. And when you over inhale, and we're going to talk about the process and the actual thing that is happening in the body when you breathe, but when you over inhale, then that air has to go somewhere and has to press out, and that creates a lot of tension for your vocal cords. But let's start at the beginning. When you inhale through the nose or the mouth, you suck in the air down this tube to the upper lungs, to the lower lungs. That opens the back here, makes it wide, and your diaphragm is able to lower because your ribs are open. Let's say that again because it's really important. You inhale through your nose or your mouth. Your diaphragm lowers, your ribs open, and the back of your back, the lower back, opens. And because if you are in the right position, this goes really smoothly and organically. Now, when you inhale, first of all, is it better to inhale through the mouth or through the nose? I get this question asked a lot. The thing is, if you inhale through your nose versus your mouth, what differences do you feel? Try that. And if you did this correctly, you should be aware that breathing through your nose creates a lift in here. Do you feel that? Something lifts in here. It's like you are smelling a beautiful flower and you want to take that fragrance with you wherever you go. So you inhale and you lift something. Do you feel that? And this plateau, which is the position of the voice, we're going to talk about the placement and the position of the voice in another module, but this plateau is already prepared. Versus if you inhale through your mouth, it's more inhaling in the throat. Now, when we have time and we inhale through the nose, that's fine. But most of the time, we don't have that time. It has to go fast and we have to inhale through the mouth. The trick is to inhale through the mouth, the same place where you inhale through the nose. Try this. And then you do in that position. Do you feel the difference versus, and this is too low. Try it again through your nose. Do you feel the lift? Now through your mouth in the same position. Do you feel what your soft palate is doing when you're doing that? You can pause this video and play around with it. Let's move on though to the breathing. Your diaphragm in the normal state, when you don't do anything, it's like this. It's curved and it lays underneath your ribs. It's right here. You don't do anything, it's like this. When you inhale, it flattens and lowers, and through that, it opens your ribs, and when you exhale, it comes right back up. And the trick is, for singing, that the diaphragm goes down, and when you exhale, to support with the right muscles, which we're going to talk in the module support, to support with the right muscles so that the diaphragm doesn't come up right straight away, but it comes up very, very slowly. This, though, requires that you, number one, stand in the right position or sit in the right position with an open torso, slightly lifted sternum, and you let go of your belly first. A lot of people have that belly in before they start to breathe. No, let go completely of your belly. This is not you in the swimming pool trying to show your figure. This is you being a singer. Let go of that belly. Then you inhale. Your ribs open, your lower back opens, and your diaphragm is down. Do you feel that? Really practice this breathing, but don't over inhale. This is not diving underneath the water because your ring fell down and you want to go get it. This is horrible because you feel dizzy, but only take the amount you need. And we're going to talk about this also in the repertory and in your one-on-one lessons, how much breath to take. What happens when you over inhale? Because it is all connected, and because you know by now that your vocal folds should close first before you produce a sound. I'm sure you saw the module, and if not, you go back about the vocal cords and the vocal folds. But if you inhale too much, and then the vocal folds close first, and then you start to sing, it gives a big explosion because that air needs to go somewhere. And that creates an incredible amount of pressure. You know, even when you sing in front of people in a big, big hall without a microphone, it doesn't mean that for your voice projection you need more air. In the contrary, you need less air, but you need to pace it very intelligently. And once again, this requires a coaching, a one-on-one coaching, because breathing and the way you're breathing, I explained to you how this works, but the way you're breathing is different than the next person. Maybe you don't release your belly, and I will find out and I will guide you.